I'm sure a lot of people will definitely agree with me. There is nothing like the smell of freshly brewed coffee, right? Peeps, Woolies has you sorted and is giving you the opportunity to be your very own barista at home. Yes, you heard right. Woolworths is passionate about flavor and quality and goes to great lengths, really, to deliver on your taste expectations in every cup of their coffee blends. Now, they source the best beans from all over the world that they can find. They do so consistently to make sure that the quality and monitoring of their quality teams is at the highest standards and making sure that every cup stays true to its taste. And in addition, they keep fresh packaging that ensures a longer shelf life without diminishing the taste or flavor. And on the line right now to share some secrets as to how you can become your very own barista at home is Woolworths Coffee supplier Matt Carter from Tribeca Coffee Company. Well,
thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Thanks for joining us. Let's jump straight into it. I really miss my cup of coffee at my favorite coffee shop during this time, but we all know that it is at the moment not possible. So can I make a good coffee at home, and do you have some tips to share for us?
Absolutely, yeah. It's surprisingly quite easy to actually make your coffee at home. You just need a few good things, some good water, good coffee, a kettle, and away you go.
Well, that sounds pretty easy to me, but how do I know that the water is, say plus minus 95 degrees Celsius? Because I've heard that that's the temperature you want it at.
That's right. So you don't want your water to be too hot, otherwise it burns the coffee. Mm-hmm. So what you can do is just put it on to boil. As soon as those bubbles stop coming up through the kettle, switch it off and pour it into your coffee and off you go.
It sounds pretty straightforward. So good coffee, good water, at the right water temperature. Is there anything else that we need to know about brewing our own coffee at home?
Here's a little secret, a little tip. If you can get a scale or some way to weigh your coffee and your water, you can get these ratios. And if you get a ratio of about 1 gram of coffee to 15 mils of water, you get this perfect golden cup ratio. That really helps you get the best flavor out of your coffee. So getting the scale will also just take that coffee experience that you have to the next level, and you get a beautiful, consistent cup of coffee.
Okay, so Matt, I have a good old plunger at home. Can I make coffee with it, or is it a bit too old school?
Absolutely. That's a great way to make coffee. It's actually one of my favorite ways to make coffee as well. People think that I'm this big coffee snob, but it's not true. A good plunger makes extraordinary coffee, and it's quite easy to do. All you need to do is take the coffee and add it into the plunger. So on a plunger, we work at about 60 grams of coffee to a liter of water. So add that into your plunger. If you're going to make 500 mils, just add 30 grams of coffee. So it's super easy to work out. Then take that water, not too hot, just off boiling. Add that in, let it sit for 4 minutes. So you're going to need your little timer there. Sit for 4 minutes, relax, get your Woolworths rusks ready or something fun like that. After 4 minutes, come back and you're going to have a little tablespoon. There's a crust that's going to form on top of the plunger. So take that crust and use the back of your spoon. Just give it a gentle stir to break that crust up. And then you can use the spoon to also scoop. There'll be anything that floats around on top. And then give it a slow plunge down. That's going to give you a nice, crisp, clear cup of coffee.
Listen to all of that flair and precision and all that goodness coming through. Well, here in the Espresso studio, we've got this little goodie here. I've seen it, a piece of equipment all over the place here. Nicole says it's a mocha pot. How does a mocha pot work?
Oh, it's a great piece of equipment. It's a nice way to make coffee, especially when you're traveling, hiking, and you want to make a nice, rich, creamy espresso type flavored coffee. It's a great way to make coffee. So it's another easy way to make coffee, and that's what I like about it. It's simply taking the water, put it in the bottom section. I like to use hot water in that. It just makes the process go a little bit faster. But you don't want to fill it too much. You want to fill it to just below. There's a little pressure valve. You want to fill it to just below that. And then you're going to put your coffee into the chamber. There's a little disc-type chamber that comes in the middle. You're going to put the coffee in there. And you don't want to squeeze it in. You just want to fill it, give it a tap so it just settles down. Put that in, tighten the mocha pot all together now. Not too tight. If you over-tighten it, you can also damage the little gasket in between the two. You're going to put it on the stove. Here's another tip for you that people don't let you know when it comes to these little things. Don't let the coffee splutter and splatter and make this yellow color. The way to tell that is to open the lid and brew with the lid open. And that's the key trick here. So you can see the coffee come out. It'll look like a hazelnut golden syrup sort of color. And as it switches to like a pine-like yellow, you're going to take it off the heat and stop that extraction. I like to use a cold cloth, or some people keep a little bucket of cold water. You stop that extraction, and that's going to give you a nice, beautiful, rich, sweet-tasting coffee.
Oh, you've taken it all to a whole new level this morning, Matt. I'm learning so much. Thank you so much. But now, okay, so now you've got all this coffee that you've got in your house. How do you store it? Is there a way?
Great question. That's a very good question. A lot of people think that you need to put in like fridges and freezers. Don't do that. There's a couple of enemies that coffee has. The one is UV light. The other one is temperature, specifically heat. Then you also look at things like oxygen and moisture. And so you get a lot of moisture in fridges, so that's why we don't like to store it there. So all you need to do is keep it in your grocery cupboard, or if you keep it in an airtight container in a cool, dark place, that's the perfect condition for a coffee to stay. Now, it can stay there unopened for up to 6 months, but if you open it, try use it within about 3 months, you should have great tasting fresh coffee.
Wow, Matt, how insightful. Wow, okay. Thank you so much, Matt. You are an absolute rock star. I can't wait to get my cup of coffee going. It feels like the good old days are back again in a cup of coffee. Thank you so much.
And for you, be there soon.
Yes, indeed. Better days are here, and a cup of coffee just 300 meters away from me right now. But of course, thanks so much for joining us, Matt Carter from Tribeca, a coffee supplier to Woolworths. Now, remember that you can pop into your nearest Woolworths store, stock up on some quality coffee, and be your own barista at home, like I'm about to do now.